Hey, Tina Ketchie Stearns. Last week we talked about advanced care planning, which is a living will and a healthcare power of attorney document. This week I want to talk about this thing called the M.O.S.T form. So the M.O.S.T form is often used to help somebody that has a diagnosis that has a potential life-limiting effect. That is a doctor's order. M.O.S.T stands for Medical Order for Scope of Treatment. It is a doctor's order to help us decide, the doctor and yourself, what is our path forward? Are we going to seek curative treatment at some point? If A, B, and C are in place and we decide not to seek curative treatment any longer, then what happens? So the difference between advanced care planning, the living will, and the healthcare power of attorney documents are you do those in advance of a crisis, in advance of a terrible diagnosis. It's scenario planning because you don't really know what's going to happen. But it's important that you have those documents done in advance of the crisis. The M.O.S.T form, this doctor's order, is not scenario planning because now we have a situation. Now we have a terminal diagnosis or we have a serious illness. This is a doctor's order that helps step through what do you want, when do you not want it any longer, under what conditions do you want it. It's just a very important form that if you or a loved one has a serious diagnosis of some fashion and you have not done a M.O.S.T form with your doctor, please go reach out to the doctor. If they don't know what a M.O.S.T form is, tell them to contact their local hospice and they can help them get hooked up with a M.O.S.T form. Hopefully by now most doctors are using them and are aware of them. It's a pink form. It's a hot pink form, so we call it the pink form. But there's a big difference between the advanced care planning documents and the M.O.S.T form. Advanced care planning, scenario planning, done well in advance of who knows what's going to happen. The M.O.S.T form, a doctor's order that helps you determine what is your plan of care given this specific diagnosis, okay? And some parts of the country it's called POST. Let me think if I can remember. I think POST stands for Physician's Order for Scope of Treatment, something like that. Some place it's called M.O.S.T, POST, and Lord, there's a third one now. I can't even think of it. But they're all pink. It's all the pink form. So no matter where you are, if you or a loved one has a serious diagnosis and you have not done a M.O.S.T form yet, please reach out to your doctor and tell them you want to get that done. Okay, it's just a great communication tool so that you and your doctor are on the same page about the path forward. All right, any questions about that? Just reach out to me. Would love to talk with you and answer any questions you have. If you are a doctor and you don't know what the M.O.S.T form is, please contact me. I would love to talk with you about that. All right, thanks. See you next week.